Minecraft just released a brand new update for Minecraft Bedrock Edition. The 1.21.80 update is here with new types of Superflats, tons of bug fixes, gameplay features, and different changes that you should know about. Now keep in mind, this is not the Vibrant Visuals Shaders update, and it's also not the Happy Ghast update. We do not know when the Vibrant Visuals are going to be releasing, and the Happy Ghast update is probably going to be 121.90 for Bedrock Edition, and I would guess that that's going to release sometime in mid-June. If you like Minecraft news videos, then subscribe, but let's hop into all the new features. So first things first, we have custom Superflats and Bedrock Edition, sort of. So if you go to create a new world and then create new world again to bypass the marketplace, you can go down to advanced, and this is where you can turn on the flat world toggle. So if you turn that on, suddenly you're going to see all of this new stuff here, which is fantastic. So there's the classic Superflat, which is just a regular grass Superflat that we've had on Bedrock Edition since forever, but now you'll see that we have all of these other ones: Tunneler's Dream, Water World, Overworld, Snowy Kingdom, Bottomless Pit, Desert, and Redstone ready. If you play Java Edition, then you'll recognize a lot of these from the presets that Java has, or if you're an OG Legacy console player, then you might recognize some of these as well. You might also recognize that a few of them are missing, like the Void Superflat, and they are working on adding that to the game. Just give them some time, because apparently it's really difficult to make a world that just has nothing in it. So when you select a type of Superflat, as you can see, that's going to tell you the actual layers of the blocks and how many blocks there are in them. So if we change this to like Tunneler's Dream, for example, then you can see that we have 230 layers of stone, just nothing but stone. You can also see that Water World has quite a bit of water and also some stone, dirt, gravel, deep slate, and stuff like that. Now I'm hoping that because they're showing us this little overview of what's actually in the world right here, eventually we'll be able to customize this little overview and like remove all the stone layers or increase or decrease the amount of layers that there are, add our own custom blocks to it, kind of like you can with Java Edition or even a Legacy console. These are still early days of the Superflat feature, so give them time. I think they're cooking up some good things. So this is primarily a bug fix update. It's a little bit on the smaller side, but man, is there a lot of bug fixes and even some parity. So a small one to start you off with, we got the crit particles from Java Edition finally added to Bedrock Edition after like a decade. So if you hit a creeper, or you know, if you crit him like that, you'll see that we get all those beige particles there. That's not what we're talking about. This only works with like sharpness and, you know, damage increasing enchantments. So if we hit him with Unbreaking 1, you're going to see that we just get these standard particles there, the beige ones. But if we crit this guy with Sharpness 1, then as you see, we get some blue ones, or if we just hit him regularly, we get blue particles now. So that is finally on Bedrock. Another nice parity change, mangrove roots can now be used as a fuel in a furnace. So these smelt 1.5 items each. So if you have a mangrove tree farm, or if you've ever cut down a mangrove tree, these roots are actually useful now, because these are pretty good fuel, not gonna lie. This is a pretty old bug, but if you had name tagged a large magma cube or a large slime, the small ones would not be name tagged if you split them. But as you can see, the medium ones have name tags now, and so do the small ones. It's so cute. I love it. They would previously still be name tagged, so they wouldn't despawn, but the name would not actually show up. So they finally fixed that. This has been a bug for absolutely years. So next up, we have a bug fix to the pathfinding of mobs. So wither skeletons and the zombie pigmen will now actually properly pathfind through lava. So of course these guys are undead, so they sink in lava. This is just a single layer right here, but they are also fire immune, meaning that they should have no problem whatsoever just walking through this. And as you can see, they're doing a fine example of demonstrating that I don't even need to go into survival and get hit by these guys. Now, funnily enough, I'm actually the one that reported this bug like 5 years ago, and I made a video about it, and I completely forgot about it until I was trying to test this, and I went and looked at the bug report, and it was me that reported the bug. That's crazy. I've been making these bug showcase videos for too long. But yeah, if we put that guy over there... Oh, he can get up. Okay, well, if we put that guy... I'm gonna die. Well, great example. I've been making these videos for 9 years and I'm still bad at it. Oh, geez. But yeah, if we go into survival mode, as you can see, these guys are going to pathfind to us just fine. They'll go across the lava. They won't be able to get up to me this time. I've learned my lesson. And yeah, this works perfectly. Now, previously, they would just kind of like spin around in the fire or in the lava, and they wouldn't want to pathfind, so you could just block yourself in. But you're no longer safe, which is how it should be because they're fire immune. We have a little update to the stone cutter. There's now a couple new recipes in here. So if you have some cut sandstone, you can now make the cut sandstone slabs. The same thing goes for the red sandstone. You can put that in there and get red cut sandstone slab. What a name. Now, I would think that you should be able to put just regular red sandstone in here to get the slabs. Normally, they let you bypass the multi-step crafting. So I can see if we put red sandstone in there, we only get the regular slabs. But if we put the regular sandstone in there, we also only get the regular slabs. Whereas if we put some cobbled deep slate in there, well, then we can make any slab or stair or anything that we want in the whole game, right? So like to make these deep slate tiled slabs, that's like 3 different crafting steps that you would normally need to go through in order to make these, but we can bypass all that with the stone cutter. So it really seems like you should be able to go straight from sandstone straight to the cut sandstone slabs, and I don't know why you can't. And that's my TED Talk on one random recipe in this giant game that you probably aren't interested in. Now, we've also had an update to the Totem of Undying, so if you go ahead and use one of these things, you're now going to get 45 seconds of regeneration level 2, which is pretty good. That is more than enough regeneration to get you back to full health, which is great. This is actually in parity with Java Edition, so that these things are just a little bit more powerful, which is great. But yeah, as you can see, we still got another 24 seconds, so even if you go ahead and you get hit by some skeletons that you shouldn't be, then you're still going to have enough to regenerate your full hearts. We've had a little update to bee farms. So now if you have some shears auto-shearing your beehives or bee nests to get the honeycomb, they're actually going to use durability now. Now, apparently there was a bug where these shears would never use durability, which sounds mildly convenient. It wasn't always a bug, though, because all the shears that were in the system were slightly used. So I'm not sure when it got introduced. Maybe it didn't last that long, but it's fixed now. Also, none of my bees are flapping their wings, which, honestly, you know what? I can dig it. If they can fly around without all that extra work, then why bother, right? Good news for every one of you that likes rabbit season. You now have an increased chance of getting raw rabbit depending on how much looting you have on your sword. So a level 1 looting sword has a chance of dropping 1 to 2 raw rabbit. But if you use a looting 3 sword, then you have a chance of getting up to 4 raw rabbit. But you have more better chance of getting more rabbit if you have more looting. That makes sense, right? We've had another change to the Woodland Mansion. You should always have an efficiency 1 iron axe generate in the tree chopping room, which I think is this one, and it's efficiency leather boots. Let's go. The bug still exists. I don't know when exactly I opened up this chest, so this is an older world, so there's a chance that this world is just out of date. But still, I think that they're trying to fix this bug, and I hope they never do, because it's the best bug that we currently have. How are you supposed to get in this room? It's the best bug that we currently have in Bedrock Edition. There's also this tree chopping room, but this one doesn't have any chests in it, so I want to know why there's a polar bear up here. I don't think I spawned you, buddy. What you doing? Huh. Now, it seems like they've also tried to patch another cursed block. So now if you interact with deep slate redstone, or the stuff will properly light up, you can still hold the button to just get endless particles. But now this stuff should also deactivate as well. As you see, that one just deactivated, which confirms that if you have this existing bug in your world, they will actually eventually update. So previously, if you activated some of these ores, they would just never turn off, which is a little bit silly, but I kind of really liked it. As you can see, they still stay lit for quite a long time, but they're kind of supposed to. Yeah, it looks like a couple of these ones are also turning off back here as well. Like that one, yeah, that one turned off. Okay, so they've actually removed this cursed block from the game. Now, they've also changed the random block offset of a lot of different placeable blocks. So basically what this means is that when you place down a block, like a flower, for example, it's going to be randomly offset on that block. As you can see, it's not centered in the middle of the grass block. And now if we place it on this block, no matter which way we're facing, it's always going to be in that corner. But if we move to the block over, it's not in that corner. It's randomly placed kind of like in the middle of this grass block. So this is fairly consistent for all of these things. So if you plant a piece of bamboo in there, as you can see, that one's always going to be in that corner. And it's like, it's never going to change, right? It's always set for that position in the world. Now, they've applied this little random offset so that it's in parity with Java Edition. Absolutely tiny feature, but they've applied it to like basically every single plant and thing that you can place in the game, as you can see from the screenshot here. So actually quite a bit of work. They've also fixed a bug with villagers. So previously, the farmer villagers would kind of get stuck trying to harvest a fully grown crop. They would just kind of be staring at it, or they would try to harvest something like through a wall, for example, but that should no longer happen. So this guy's been running around and harvesting some crops. As you see, he's been leaving some potatoes behind. So in theory, your village crop farms shouldn't be breaking from that bug anymore. Also, a tiny bit of a PvP and just general gameplay update. Shields will now take durability damage from explosions. So things like TNT or creepers will now damage your shield, as you can see there. And that's actually quite a bit of damage as well, just from one piece of TNT. So if you're not careful, your shield might break a lot quicker, especially if you're fighting a bunch of creepers, or if you just kind of get up close to them and let them explode, then, you know, you could be seeing quite a bit of damage. You might actually want to get some Unbreaking 3 on your shield now. It might legitimately be a good reason to enchant your shield. Now, they've also fixed a bug with basalt generators of all things. So previously, if you placed in this soil last, after you had put in the ice and the lava, then basalt would not generate for some reason, which seems kind of weird and peculiar. But as you can see, that is now fixed. So if we put in this soil last, as you can see, we're still getting basalt to generate, which is great, I guess. Does anyone use a basalt generator? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Especially in the overworld. What am I doing? This should be in the nether. And we have a last minute change to the Elytra. So no matter what, if you use a firework while gliding, it's going to boost you with the Elytra. So if I glide up to this wall and try to place the firework on the side of that wall, as you see, it's not going to actually place the firework. It is going to boost us with the Elytra instead of using the firework like that, which actually seems pretty convenient because, you know, previously if you were like trying to glide around, it might accidentally just waste the firework. We've also had an update to realms, which I can't really show you because I don't have a realm, but basically there's now a region selector. So if you want to change where your realm is hosted to make it closer to you, or decrease ping, or put it in a more central location for all of your players, now you can actually change where your realm is hosted. So that's actually a great change. This is something that we've been needing on realms forever, because previously we just had like no information at all about where your realm was actually being hosted. And that's about it for today's Minecraft news video. If you find any bugs in the 121.80 update, then let me know with a comment down below and you might be in a future episode. But if you like this video, then drop a like, share it around, and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.